Insiders, Harry and Meghan's appearance in New York has been, I would say, the worst red carpet appearance I've ever seen in 20 years. Welcome to Lauren the Insider. Now, today we are talking through exactly what's gone on in New York. And I want just to share a little bit of my experience with you because red carpets are something that most publicists they dread them because your clients are out there and you have no control. So there's no airbrushing. You can't be briefing them. It's very hard to stop questions, to field questions on a red carpet because it's all caught on camera. If a client cannot fake it on the red carpet, you know there is something really big going on. Now, before we dive into it and before I tell you exactly what's gone on in New York, please can I ask very politely for you to like, subscribe, hype, all that jazz. I have just hit 25,000 followers and truly, I love every single one of you because I read all of the comments and you are a bunch of really, really brilliant critical thinkers that want BS free news. And I applaud you for that in a world of mainstream media propaganda. So you have come to the right place. Now, this is what I want to show you. Let's just get the picture on the stage. It's icy, okay? And let me be really clear. I've told you guys there will be days when I don't make videos. I'm not going to come on here and talk rubbish when I've got nothing to say. I've got stuff to say today and I've got a lot to say. This, okay, this reminded me, Harry's face. You know, when you've had a Barney with your husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, and you are furious. You cannot fake it. This is exactly what's happened because when a client cannot fake it on the red carpet, they are in serious, serious trouble because the red carpet is very fake. Okay. You are putting on a show and it is not real. It's all part of the facade that is celebrity. I've had clients who have been on the verge of splitting, who have been in marriage counseling, who have had huge, huge Barneys. But when they go onto the red carpet, it's showbiz and no one knows. We knew with this. And so I always take each piece of news in its own kind of lane. I'll look at it piece by piece because we know the mainstream narrative is already written. And I know that lots of people have said that Harry and Meghan are splitting. And this now, yes, I believe they are splitting. And I'll tell you why. You cannot look at someone with that level of hatred that I believe Prince Harry is looking at Meghan with if you are not so utterly furious. Let's have a look at this clip, okay? This to me, this is co-parents at best. This is not a couple because this is their moment to say, up yours, everyone, and we're not this, we're this, we're this. And he couldn't fake it. So, like I say, I don't produce content that's got massive headlines that I don't believe. This is what I truly believe because I have done countless red carpets. I hate them or I hated them rather. They are terrible and they are made for narcissists. Celebrities often love them. Harry didn't want to be there. There is no doubt about that. And everything about this, Meghan was slightly behind him. She knew exactly what she was doing because you see, it's something women often do on the red carpet when they're with their partners. She did the subservient look, which is, you know, easily to drop into a magazine. It's the look of someone that wants to be in the press. The I could think of nothing worse than doing my a red carpet with anyone. So let's watch this. And I just want you to look at the body language. We do not need to be body language experts to dissect this. And I'm telling you, having spent 20 years in mainstream media, organising events like this for clients to attend, there is trouble in Montecito, and it's big trouble.
A pivotal moment in our collective mission to protect children and support families in the digital age, and we cannot do it without you.
Our children, our two Lily, are just 6 and 4 years old. Can you believe it? Luckily, still too young for social media, but we know that day is coming. And like so many parents, we think constantly about how to embrace technology's benefits while safeguarding against its dangers. And that hopeful intention of separation is rapidly becoming impossible.
He literally hates her. He's looking so. The last time I looked at my husband like that was when I was in hospital after a C-section, and he ordered a 4-cheese pizza, and we had an argument over it because I couldn't get out of the bed because I was all hooked up post C-section, and he wouldn't give me a slice. And at that point, I actually wanted to end my marriage because of the hormones. Sorry, Alan. But that's what I mean. It's that level of I am so angry. And what I don't do, okay, I don't look at one clip and then oh sorry, piece of mess in my make shift studio just fell over. I don't look at one picture to fit the story I want. I've gone through X, I've gone through all the press, I've looked through all of them because also come from the point of view that the press will use a picture that fits their narrative. And so I wanted to really take a broad look. So enter this video.
Thank you for being here tonight in support of Project Healthy Minds, our partners at Attwood Foundation, and the true leaders in mental health access. Tonight we're all here.
Oh, she just wiped a bogey off her nose.
So what remains one of the most pressing issues of our time. Let me share a number with you. 4,000. That's how many families the Social Media Victims Law Centre is currently representing. Families whose children have been harmed or lost forever to social media.
I'd argue a lot of those have also been targeted because of the Balenciaga campaign. So the children that were in the campaign, yeah, they're probably not having a great childhood because that was disgusting. Meghan went to amplify that brand. I'm not letting that go.
4,000 cases at just one firm. And that number represents only those parents who have been able to link their child's circumstance to social media use. Parents who have learned legal action is possible, who have the capacity to pursue it while grieving, and parents who found their way to help in the fight back against some of the wealthiest, most powerful corporations in the world. And even after this, there may be no road to closure for grieving parents.
I just want you guys to look as well. So if I was advising a client or clients who were married and there was constantly rumors about their relationship, this is a prime opportunity for them to go and flip the narrative that the mainstream are saying and say everything's great. But when they can't fake it at this point, you know it's bad. Some of you may remember Katie Price and Peter Andre. Their last appearance together was at, I believe, the NTAs. Now, I've actually used to represent Katie Price and I worked with Peter Andre, not at the time when they were together. They are both showbiz professionals, okay? And they couldn't fake it. And they split the day after the awards. So I just want you to bear that in mind.
Because these companies refuse to disclose their child's information and activity on their platforms. If these deaths and harms were unintended consequences 10 years ago, what are they now?
I'd love to hear someone ask Meghan about her friendship and her amplification of cyberbully Chrissy Teigen at this point. But obviously, it's all approved. It's all fake. It's a fake award, so it's never going to happen. It's what happens when you buy awards.
This is a pivotal moment in our collective mission to protect children and support families in the digital age, and we cannot do it without you.
Honestly, and I'm not being dramatic when I say I have never seen a red carpet appearance like this, and a couple go and it be so icy. There's no eye contact. Everything's fake. Everything is there's no conscious uncoupling here. There is the Titanic has gone right into the iceberg, and it is, they have joined up like at an arm's distance, just arm's length, just for this. And then they've probably got separate taxis home. Disaster. And then so I was doing some research for this show and I wanted to see what the press was saying. And there's, some fake puff pieces. So the Independent. Get ready. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle receive Humanitarians of the Year award at New York Gala. It's all fakey. So it says Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been named as Humanitarians of the Year at a ceremony in New York on Thursday, where they also spoke of the dangers of social media. The royals were recognised. Guys, just sit down before I say this bit because it made my blood boil. The royals were recognised for their hard work. Hard work. It should be a Grifty Award at the 3rd annual World Mental Health Day Gala hosted by Project Healthy Minds. And then it just goes on and it's absolute tosh talking about, someone's obviously given them stats to read out that they don't know and they've got it on that glass cue card. So then this came up in my research. So people have run an article. Meghan Markle to join Kamala Harris. I can't stand the woman, so I kind of like saying her name wrong. Selena Gomez and more at Fortune's Most Powerful Woman Summit. What? The Duchess of Sussex will discuss building her as ever brand and navigating entrepreneurship in the public eye during her panel next week. Right, let's just get one thing straight, people. She's not an entrepreneur. White labelling strawberry jam or whatever it is and putting a label as well on a bottle of wine. That is not entrepreneurship, okay? Now we've got that straight. Let's continue. Need to know. So this is still the People article. Meghan Markle will make an appearance at Fortune's Most Powerful Woman Summit next week, discussing her as ever brand and navigating entrepreneurship in the public eye. Again, not entrepreneurship. Other speakers at the event will include Kamala Harris, Selena Gomez, Brené Brown, and more. The appearance will conclude a busy stretch for Meghan, who made her Paris Fashion Week debut last weekend and is receiving an award in New York City with Prince Harry on October the 9th. Okay, well, it's a fake award bought for, and Paris Fashion Week was where she promoted a brand that has promoted PDF behavior, let's say that, because of YouTube rules. So the mainstream media, yet again, getting a load of fluff, putting a bit of sprinkles on it, and there is no substance in it. The truth is, I'm telling you that I've got 20 years experience of doing this kind of thing with clients where I have made them fake it. And I've said, I don't care what's going on. You go onto the red carpet and you smile, because I do not want the magazines and the newspapers having anything to create a narrative that isn't the narrative we want. And there is big, big trouble, because this wasn't Harry being in a bad mood and cross at being at the event. This was absolutely directed at Meghan Markle. There is no doubt about it. I can't tell you how many red carpets I've done, and I'm telling you, I have never, ever seen one this bad. So that's your nugget for today, folks. And it looks like karma's coming to smack the Montecito pair on the behind. Isn't that nice? Anyhow, I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and thank you as ever for supporting Insiders. I love you all.